saying? I mean, how do we even know that she wasn't in a diaper all along? I mean, has she ever been shown to wear just her underwear like Chucky and go parading around? Well, no. Um, and one thing that men don't understand about little girls, because they've never been one, and if they didn't have a little sister way back in the days when this was still a thing, is that little girls can actually wear something called a diaper cover. You know, there's something, and you can still buy them. These things called diaper covers. They look just like a pair of panties, okay? But the little girl can be wearing a diaper, you see, because just like I said, there's a bigger shame in a girl that isn't potty trained than a boy. And so if you have the misfortune of a little girl that's, say, over 18 months, you know, maybe 2, 3, and I would shudder to imagine her being older than that. But a little girl that's still in diapers, even though she's walking and talking and wants to be cute, you can buy something called a diaper cover, like I said. And you can put it over that diaper, and it will give the illusion that she's wearing frilly panties. You know what I'm saying? Something that she probably won't wear once she's potty trained, but they just match the outfit. And so yeah, I mean, this idea that Angelica was ever potty trained, number one, or bowel trained, you know, because let's face it, who really cares? If a child is only urine trained, they are not potty trained. So don't start that crap with me. These people that want their kids to be potty trained so bad that they just consider them that, even though it's just for number one, give me a break. So yeah, it's like, I mean, we have, like I say, she has never been seen to poop on a toilet, ever, in Rugrats history. So unless and until you can show me a clip of her pooping on the toilet, and it has to be the original run, you know, it can't be some new updated thing that they come out with tomorrow or something. Unless and until you can show me an episode with her, you know, somewhere between 91 and 2005 or whatever, sitting on the toilet, taking a dump, I will not be 100% convinced that she's even bowel trained to begin with. Because like I say, I mean, that could just be the self-projection that a lot of people have onto her based on the fact that they themselves were, or everyone in their life was at that age. But yeah, I think what really happened with the Rugrats was the fact that, you know, I think the original intent was that it was going to be the 5 babies, okay, and Angelica wasn't even intended to be a main character as much as she became one, okay, but the 5 kids were not ever intended to be potty trained, okay? On Tommy's first birthday, I believe that 5 out of 5 kids at the time were in diapers, and they were nowhere near potty trained, okay? Not Angelica, not Chucky, Tommy, Phil, Lil. Okay, but I think what may have happened a long time ago, and of course I don't know this because I didn't even know about the show, you know, was that parents may have watched the show and said, you know what, that does not make sense. I don't want my child watching a show on which 2 big kids like Chucky or Angelica are in diapers and admitting to it. Okay, so parents may have complained about the original intent of the show, which was to have Chucky in a diaper under his green shorts, because in the Halloween episode he clearly mentions that he's in diapers, and I mean the original Halloween episode, and Angelica was going to be wearing some sort of diaper with blue leg warmers. Okay, because it clearly is leg warmers. But somehow or another, some parents got together and complained about that. And I think the potty episode was probably the answer to that. It was their attempt to make it okay with such parents, you know, so we're going to potty train Chucky, and make it seem like Angelica's already potty trained, hence the line, everybody who's anybody is potty trained. So that if they potty trained Chucky, then there would be no question as to whether or not she was, because she was older and a girl and talking. Okay? So then they changed her diaper with her leg warmers to have either a blue cover or to be blue training pants or to look as though it was just blue tights somehow. Because she still looks to have a diaper underneath whatever she's wearing. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. She still has a padded look about her. Okay, so they were still going to be drawn the same way they'd always been drawn, with that padded look about them, which I find cute, and I hope they don't try to change it to prove me wrong. Okay, then they introduced Susie after this, and so they just decided to make her a character, you know, just like Angelica, only her bodily functions would just never be mentioned, and that's totally cool with me. So yeah, they just kind of potty trained Chucky, made it seem like Angelica had always been potty trained all along, didn't mention Susie's bodily functions. And to me, I think that was an attempt. You know, they just thought that they couldn't market this show to kids. I mean, how could they sell underwear to kids featuring characters that all wore diapers? You know what I'm saying? So in order to market it to kids as having characters that were more like them, you know, since it's only a few short years that you wear diapers and most kids watching it probably didn't, they had to make it seem like at least 3 of the kids were not in diapers. Okay, but those episodes that I've talked about where they literally crapped their pants, to me that's kind of a, I don't know how to say it, that's kind of like a wink to the people that never wanted them to be potty trained in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because there are probably certain people that would never have wanted them to get potty trained. And so yeah, that those might be a nod to those kind of people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I'm not even, like I say, I'm not convinced that any of them, or Chucky or Angelica, were ever 100% bowel trained, because I mean, these people that are stupid enough to think that because a kid pees on the potty, they're suddenly potty trained, they're ridiculous. I mean, they obviously have never had a kid, because there's a long time between that first pee in the potty to, you know, and then being completely potty trained, if you know what I mean, and especially for boys, you know, because bowel training is a whole nother fiasco since, you know, they have the complication of standing. So, yeah, this is now my longest video.